inch or something?
Quarter drive, 12-point, universal, with a 12-inch extension, or a 14-inch. You know what I got top toolbox here. That looks like about a 14.
Where's the, I don't know where the universal one's at, the quarter inch.
Universal.
I see it over there.
Well, you need this part here. You have to go up here in the top of the toolbox to find the quarter drive universal socket. It might resemble this one right here. Okay, so what are we going to do on your gaskets? You got gaskets?
Got the gaskets right here.
I'm going to use format gaskets. These are the cosmetics.
You don't put no stuff on? Oh, where's the gasket scraper? Right?
They're going dry. Okay, you cannot put this one on like that. It does not work that way.
No, this one goes right. Yeah.
Okay, there's 8 different ways to put that on there.
Right?
Did you find the way you liked? We're going to go that way? The holes all line up now?
All the holes line up
What
like
about
that.
the other one?
That's why I kept them front and rear.
Well, how do you know one's front and one's rear?
Because they won't go the same.
Because the front one looks like this.
And the rear one looks
It's
like
got the high hump in the corner, and the rear one's kind of more squarish looking.
Okay, you're right.
But the,
No gasket cinch on those?
oils have to go. Nope.
No.
It is format material. Can't you feel the kind of rubberized plastic material in there? Why don't you disconnect that airline before you drop that tool on the ground again? Okay, here's the lifter blocks that Joe failed to clean. And you notice we got the same issue on this shape. You got the more square looking one, and you got the one with big high titty in it. But they're also marked front and rear because the evil guys don't know how to put a bike together without having it written down.
Right.
We
Need
should
pictures and writing. I don't know where the scraper is. What drawers is it?
I don't know, George, it's on the bench.
It is?
Yeah. Straight ahead. Up high. There you go.
Looks a lot like this.
It looks a lot like the gasket scraper. Imagine that. A gasket scraper looks like a gasket scraper. That's hard to believe. Don't put your fingers in front of a gasket scraper unless you want to be Fred. He likes bleeding. I tell him not to do it and he does it all the time. Okay, did you do a good job there?
I believe so. Get my fingers out of the way.
I saw you kept putting your finger. You almost cut yourself there. I saw that. Okay, how many times did Joe almost cut himself there?
4 times.
4 times. I think it was more like 8.
I think that's a stain on that one now.
It's a stain. We don't care about stains. We care about being flat surfaces and clean.
So we got to put them through the solvent tank.
You've already cleaned once, you said. You didn't clean these off?
I did these at home.
Are they clean? Put your finger in the hole. What comes up?
No dirt in there.
Nothing comes up. Nothing
I
comes
saw
up.
some oil on the bottom of
I
them.
don't care about oil. I care about grit and garbage. Okay, so now we need some assembly lube. Where does the number 6 lifter go?
In the number 6 spot.
Here's a number 8 lifter. This one's not blank. That's a blank lifter.
How are they numbered?
There's a 7.
That used to have a number on it right there.
There's a number right there. That looks like a number 7. Or it could be a...
6, 7, 8, 9.
It looks like a 7, not a 6. Maybe it's a 2. Could be a 2.
Why were they numbered?
Well, this goes in the number 8 hole, that goes in the number 7 hole, that goes in the number 6 hole.
It almost looks like a 10.
Okay, it's a 10. How many holes you got?
4?
Well, how does that work?
So I want to know.
That's something to do with the sizing and what the bore is on the inside. It's probably in millionths of an inch or some stupid number.
So,
Okay, so
does it matter which hole goes where?
So, are you going to pre-soak them or are you just going to put them together dry?
Yeah, I'm waiting to get the how to proceed on this.
I put them in dry.
With some lube?
I lube them up the hell out of them on the outside, but I put them in dry. Here you go, sir. You just turned off the light. So you try to put a little bit of oil in there like that. See, these rollers are so much. The rollers are so hidden you can't get to them. So.
Barely.
So when you clean off the new lifter, you try not to soak them in the clean solution too much because you want to keep some of that oil in there.
Keep going. You got 3 more.
Yeah, rag.
You like that one, huh?
Oh, here's my rag. I found my rag. There it is. My clean rag.
There it is. That's the old T-shirt one, man.
That's my clean rag. We're gonna use Joe's clean rag over here.
Oh, we are doing a test.
So I got dirty, cleaner, 3 stages of rag.
All right.
See, I keep the oil off my fingers.
You still got a red,
That way
red
the oil
finger.
doesn't. That way the oil doesn't get over here. Yeah, see, that's still clean. I haven't touched with anything yet. You like how I did that? See, you like that? Over here, this one, do the same way. That's how I normally do it. See, like how I did that?
Yep.
You like that with your fingers?
A little bit of the bearing there. Did we put that in the camera? Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, a little bit of this up. The cam bearing had grease in it from the factory, but I lubricated the cam and I put it in the hole, so it got lubed. We also lubricated the cam lube, so the roller's already lubed, even though I'm lubing it again with my fingers right now.
It doesn't hurt. Got a little extra assembly lube on there.
A little extra never hurt anything.
Are you all out of that stuff? That your last bottle?
This
Probably
bottle's-
not.
This bottle's almost empty. Time to refill it again.
With the 55-gallon drum you have of that stuff.
See, they don't make the white ones anymore, they're black now. Can't buy these white ones anymore, they're obsolete. Someone commented about that, I never paid attention. I have a whole bunch of these white bottles laying around.
You probably have cases of that stuff sitting around.
Ew, I got dirty.
You bought on eBay for $5 a
No,
case.
no, I didn't buy them on eBay for $5 a case. I had a special order and I paid lots of money.
I know that stuff's not cheap.
But I don't like big bottles, I like the small bottle. It's more convenient. But I buy in big bottle format so I can... Every other time I go back and forth. Because customers don't like the small bottles. I mean the big bottles when they buy stuff.
Huh.
The car guys do, but not the bike guys. You don't use that much. So right now I got the small bottles available, but not the big bottles.
Only selling to motorcycle guys right now.
Next time I'll order up big bottles.
Sell it to the car guys then.
Because I have a whole bunch of big bottles laying around, small bottles I mean. So. What did I do? I think I mixed up my hole. Yeah, I mixed up my hole. Lubricated the wrong side. My hole got mixed.
You did a double?
Yeah, it's better that way. Okay. My fingers are dirty.
Dirty rag, clean rag, medium clean rag.
Okay, where's the gaskets? Let's get the gaskets over there.
They're both here.
Okay, they're already knotted.
Yep.
Still got oil in the hole.
In what hole?
Yep. Looks like you got the washer in the correct way.
Yes.
That would matter.
Cam play is done, end play is done, and damn it, was
The
everything
rear
closed?
lifter block, that's the more squarish one.
Says
or you
rear.
can cheat and read. I just look at it. Okay, so we already lubed that, lubed this. We're going to lube this some more as that goes in. Make sure it goes in freely. See, it goes nice and free.
Yep.
Nice and free.
I wish I had some cast iron lifter blocks, but that's all I have right now.
Well, I know where some are at.
I should have known that. I asked you the other day.
They're upstairs. I think. Or are they in the mountains? I forget. They might be in storage. Okay, now if you click and don't screw around, you can drop this right in the case without losing the lifters.
Because they're that tight in there, huh?
But if you screw around, you lose them.
There you go. Can't go any further than they are right now.
Because the assembly lube is thick and it holds it.
Virgin cam and rollers.
And they're all crane.
And all crane. Got the hole lined up?
What hole?
The oil hole? Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's a big hole right
There
there.
it is, right there.
How'd you know it had a big hole in there?
Let's see how this one does.
What, this one? Put it in there like that.
Didn't screw around.
Nope, no diddle daddling around. Gotta get in, get the job done, and get the hell out of there. You can get some screws.
This one, just go kind of slow when you put it in. Almost had a little trouble with the tap. Dent in the tank.
Feels like it's going across there for a minute.
It probably did at the very beginning.
So watch the screw kind of doing this as it's going in.
Tap got away from me.
So you put the nicer screws on the outside edge where you can see them. See how nice, those were on the inside before, see how nice they look?
Those are on the inside? Oh, because they don't get no wear and tear in
Like
there.
I nailed the gas tank with this, my ratchet.
Yeah, I noticed that's going to cost you
Yeah.
$10 for that one.
$10. It's a zip tie. If you notice, this has been all buffed down and radiused and polished, so it doesn't do any damage and hits things.
Yeah,
Except for the big dent.
except that big dent in there.
Nowhere near as big as that one on the other side you did.
Jeremy's got a hell of a dent inside of his.
Yeah, they come with extra money for all those dents. Okay, so you don't tighten these screws all the way down, we're just bringing them down to where they're close.
And that's because of what?
You gotta center up the blocks.
Oh.
They're not doweled. Do you see any dowel pins anywhere?
No,
You gotta center them.
waiting to see that one.
They make that special tools, it's tapered pins, tapered pin, goes in the hole.
Is that right?
Yeah. You didn't get one of those?
Mm-mm. There you go again.
What's that noise I heard?
There you go. Chip, big old chip out of it and a dent that time.
I got three for one.
You should use a 12-inch extension.
Problem's the angle, I can't be over here, I hit. So I gotta go up here, when I go up here I hit the tank. Alright, so that's how you do that.
Now,
Tools. I never use them, so I don't know if it's in here. There used to be a couple of them in here somewhere. Probably in the back, because I never use the damn things. I told you I never use them.
after block alignment tool,
So, that goes in your hole. See, it tightens up against that and it centers up the block.
just one. Oh, then the other three will keep it in place.
Who
Huh?
says that hole is in center on the case?
Yeah. So you don't need it.
Who says anything's square because you're coming off a hole that could be helical or not helical? You don't know.
That's how you gonna do it, just by feel.
So you can either spend $60 for that tool, which I have hundreds of them, from Crane.
Oh.
Or you go back and forth like that, and you put it right, see how full extreme is?
Yep.
And you go right in the middle. But I'm using all 4 screws for the alignment, not just one.
So with that one though, you feel it's good. It's centered everywhere.
I don't trust one, I trust 4.
You know, but you only centered off the one, but right? Once that one was tight, it's good.
No, I'm going back and forth. That's the total adjustment I have.
Okay.
That's your total range.
And right there's about
See,
midway, right?
So you go one extreme to the other,
You know.
and you go right in the middle. So you get all
So
4
once
holes.
this one's locked down, it's
You're
good.
using all 4 holes. You're not using just one.
Mm,
You know, this might be high on one side. This one might be high on the other side.
right.
Or it might be that one over there. You don't know which 2 it's hitting against.
At least it's centered good though.
So you're sitting between all of them. That's how I do it. I've seen other guys,
On my Hondas.
buy 3 of those tools.
To do it
You know. They'll put 3 of them in their holes and then put 1 screw.
and tighten the screw and then take one out and tighten the screw.
They'll put all 3 in the backside and a 4th one here. And that's how they're centering the block up. Which makes more sense than coming off of one. But then you got to buy 4 of those damn tools, or 3 of
Yeah,
those tools.
$60 a piece.
Oh, I don't know what they get. They get a
From
lot
gyms?
for them. They get a lot for them. I got Crane. I get a big
that's
bag
right.
full of them.
Crane, that's right.
Back
You
in
bought
the
out
day,
Crane.
back in the day when you used to buy those, they were like $10 a piece. But when Jim started making them and Crane started making them, they had to up the prices way up.
Who have first, Harley?
So, now this is that format material, so it might give up over time. You might have to come back and retorque these. But being a 12-point, you get in there, torque pretty good, see? Now this works on the bike, see how you can get in there with this?
Mm-hmm. Cord, what'd you call it the other day? Not wobbly, but a, what did your dad call them?
Wiggle tail.
Wiggle tail. Clunk.
I didn't hit you, Hank. Is it in there or not? I can't tell. Yeah, yes it is. Tight. So you want to do a cross pattern, see?
Don't panheads have an off, some kind of weird thread on those things?
Quarter 24s and 77 on back. It's weird thread. So I also have a long one here.
Oh.
So you can
Even
straight.
better. Well, 3/8 drive. Might break up a bolt with that.
Well, when you got room on the bench to do it, this one I use on a workbench.
Oh, okay.
When you're in the bike, I use the other one. Now this
What?
has got enough room here. You can probably come in with this one too.
It's a 12-point, what size though?
Quarter inch.
Quarter inch, 12-point.
Those are snap-ons. I never broke them. Been using them for 40 years. So, now next thing I do, if everything's nice and straight, the lifter should go up and down evenly. Sometimes the lifters will stick in the bore because the cases are not flat, or this aren't flat, or you lift part of the gasket in there and they're warped.
Okay.
So you go ahead and turn the motor over, and you watch your lifters go up and down.
These ones are looking good.
Mine are going up and down. Yours
Front
going up
one's
and down.
stuck, yeah, there goes now.
Okay, that
Inside
goes
one's doing
up.
good, the outside one's not too good.
Okay, we're on compression stroke of back
Up
hole.
right now, yeah.
So I'm going to leave it right here. So you put the piston on here and you get the cylinder in here. Boom, we'll put this one in first, drop it down because it's the hardest one to get to, so we'll do it first. So we're on compression stroke. We go ahead and put the push rods in there and do the whole thing. We just got to put this up at top dead center when we adjust the valves.
Excellent.
So that's why I put that on compression stroke, not the overlap stroke. Because if you adjust on the overlap stroke, you're going to be off by about 100 thou, 150 thou, depending on your cam lift.
Okay.
If you got a wimpy cam, it'll be only a little bit. If you got a big cam, it'll be a lot off. Okay, where's your other little pieces at? Where's your washers? Are we going to use corks? We're going to use rubbers? We're going to use quad seals?
What do you think's the best?
You got everything here. They give you everything. Look at all the junk they give you. You got your pan head parts right here. You got your aftermarket shovel head parts there. You got your early shovel head stuff here.
Short one.
There's some more. This one here. So did you buy this for a shovel head? Did you buy it for a Evo?
I guess the Evo.
Well, we got a shovel head
Moves
stuff.
everything, huh?
What do you got a shovel head pan and shit in here for?
So you make cheaper for them to make one package and separate them all, or what?
Yes, so here's more.
You want to buy the extra parts from
Here's
them?
your aftermarket shovel head parts.
These are shovel?
Shovel pan.
The cork ones are from mine?
These are shovel pan.
O-rings
Sports
are
for
mine.
knuckle if it's all these, but we don't have enough for that. Oops! Don't close the camera up when you're doing that. Okay, here's one oddball O-ring. Here's 4 of those. See, these are Evo. See how big and thick they are? Those are Evo upper. They go in the rocker box. We only got 3 of them though.
You got one of these oddball here. This one.
I don't know what that's for. Yep, sports lifter block. Okay, so now Evo and shovel head are different diameters. So they give you Evo head or shovel head?
I don't know. What's
they
the
give
different
you-
diameter on what?
Because they give you all this crap here.
They're matchable with these washers here. They might be the same.
And how come they didn't give you squad seals?
What is that?
That's a square looking O-ring. Why do they give you those?
Because Comatic doesn't put that in their kits.
So this is your backer plate for the O-ring. So it goes right here.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise the O-ring just drops in the hole. So it goes right there on top.
It's actually the bottom.
Now, if this O-ring fits tight in this hole, it's an Evo. If it won't go in the hole at all because it's way too big, it's a shovel head. So it appears to fit in the hole.
Not this one.
So these are Evo. Because they did have O-ring covers for Chevrolet.
They did?
Yep.
Like 82 and 83?
Oh, somewhere in the late 79, early 81 is when they swapped over. Somewhere in that time frame.
These on the top? Yeah.
So these are all good to go. So these are all the stuff's in there where they belong. You got oil deposits all over this because you put your fingers in there and made a mess.
Without wiping my hands off first.
That's right. So we don't need the shovel head and pan head parts.
No.
We do need the Evo parts, and this we don't know what it is.
What's the other? Oh, there's two go in the, and one goes in the push rod.
So I have no idea what they're going to do with that other O-ring.
These only go in the valve top, in the
These are your push rod cover tubes. They go on top of the springs.
yeah. Oh,
They're the backer for the O-ring.
no, that one's going to the top of the valve cover, or the lifter
This
box.
goes in the rocker box, the big fat one. See how,
Right.
see how fat they are? They're fat.
Yeah, it's 10:15. I gotta get out
So
of here.
these here can all go back in the junk box. That I don't know what it is. I have no idea what that thing would ever
Take
go
care
to.
of it.
It doesn't fit anything on a Harley that I know about.
Not even for my shifter thing.
So maybe it's a cam sensor
Shifter
O-ring for a
shaft.
twin cam or a late Evo fuel injected bike maybe.
Not this one.
Is this for a 95 to 99 Evo fuel injection bike? Probably 98 because 99 would have been a twin
Somebody
cam.
let us know, would you?
That's only they only run fuel injection on road turds, so
We'll throw it away.
that'd be 95 to 98. I'm thinking that's the only thing it's going to be good for because there's nothing else on the bike that takes that. All right, that's it for that. We're on hold. Mama's calling. Joe said he has to go home.
It's always my